Hello and Assalamu alaikum. This is Marasya Walidan Rehan School Online Academy Teacher Training Program. So today I have a Tedxtalk, which is from Jeremiah Heimans, and the topic is new power. So let's get started the review. So okay, so Jeremiah Hyman's co-author of New Power explained how the world has shifted from old top-bottom models of control to new participatory system powered by crowds, connectivity, and community energy. He illustrated how power is no longer something you hold, it's something you release. So power is no longer just top-down, it's not also bottom-up. Old powers were like a currency held by the few and used to control. New power works like a current, open, participatory, and made by many. So old power is downloaded, new power is uploaded. Old power is about command and control, and the new power is about share and shape. Old power values confidently, new power values transparency. So the old power focuses on status, new power focuses on participation. So, overpower organizations like government, corporation rely on hiring. New power organization, Wikipedia, Airbnb, and to rely on network. The power is now more fluid and accessible due to digital connectivity. The internet turned every person into a potential creator and mobilizer. So movement is spread faster because people want to belong and contribute. People now expect participation, not massive consumption. Communities online can challenge even the biggest institution. New power is not good or bad, it depends on how it's used. So, the key source of new power is energy and participation. Crowd power can outperform traditional expertise in certain contexts. Mobilization is important and control in the new power world. The ability to inspire people to act is now a vital leadership skill. So the platform like YouTube, Kickstarter, and Facebook thrive on user energy. Participation can range from simple like to deep activism. Not all participation is equal. Active engagement matters more. Crowd can be constructive and destructive. Leaders must channel wisely. A successful new power model has a clear purpose and entry point. Movement must balance opens with some level of direction. Emotional connection is a stronger motivator than logic alone. So it depends on shared identity and urgency. The speed of new power can make old systems feel slow or irrelevant. Traditional institutions struggle to adapt because they fear losing control. A best organization now combine old power stability with new power dimension. So the transparency is default expectation. Collaboration replaces completion on a success model. People want agency to shape outcomes, not just observe them. Creativity thrives in the organization open network. Participation is now just an act. It's an identity. Trust. Trust is built through authenticity and shared values. Network that empower people to contribute build long-term loyalty. Control-driven systems are being replaced by co-creation models. Technology amplifies both the best words of human behavior. The power of many can overwhelm depends on intent. Belonging drives behavior more than incentive. Movements often succeed when people feel ownership of the mission. Leaders need to channel energy. not hoard it. The public now punish opacity safely. Influence is now measured in mobilization, power, not just position. So, new power requires building crowds, not customers. Gives people something to do, action builds engagement, creates platform, not just product. Ensure your movement has meaningful purposes themes with participation. So make it easy for people to contribute small value acts. Use stories to connect emotionally with your audience. Reward contribution, publicity, recognition fuels motivation. So listen and adapt. Feedback loops are vital in new power systems. Balance openness with strategic focus. So use the track participation, not just consumption. The leadership can be messy but more reliable. Be ready to give up control to gain influence. People follow authenticity more than authority. Lead with empathy. Understand what your community values. Don't just build followers, build co-creators. So the new power can be hijacked by misinformation or hate. While movement can lack accountability, online participation can be shallow. Not everyone in the crowd has good intentions. Algorithms can distort participation from profit or manipulation. New power platforms are pretend to be open but centralize control like Facebook. The seed of outrage online can harm reason debate. The leaders can must conscious not to exploit crowd energy while selfish gain. Polarization can rise when everyone has a megaphone. Sustainable change still requires structure and responsibility. So the future leaders must master of both old and new dynamic hybrid organization will dominate. Stable yet participatory. Civic participation will depend on trust and shared narrative. So transparency will be competitive advantage. Education must be prepare people for collective creativity. Companies that empower users will outlast those that control them. The government must learn to listen and co-create policies. So the influence will depend on movement building skills, not titles. The next generation social movement will emerge from digital communities. The most successful people will not hold power. So the main idea, old power works like currency, its own grid, guarded and used to command. New power works like a current, it flows through participation and collaboration. The world is moving from command and control to sharing shape. So digital platform and social media have given people the tools to mobilize, create, and influence intensity. Examples include Wikipedia and Me Too. So examples include the merge from ordinary people, not institutions. People today don't want to just consume, they want to contribute. The communities can now build their own structure of trust, creativity, and action. Leadership in the new power era. So the modern leaders must learn to channel participation instead of controlling it. The best leaders are facilitators, not commanders. Transparency, authenticity, and shared purpose are new leadership currencies. The doubt-edged nature of the new power. New power can be empowering democracy, movement, open innovation, or dangerous disinformation mob behavior. The challenge is to guide the energy responsibly. Building and sustainable movement. So real change happened when you turn short-term participation into lasting community ownership. So the key question, are you creating followers or co-creators? So people is no longer defined by how much control you have, but by how much partic- participation you can inspire. The internet has democratized influence. Everyone has a new voice that can reach the world. People crave connection and contribution, not just consumption. The leader of the future will be those who listen more than the dictate. New power is about movement, not monopoly. When people feel ownership, they turn ideas into action. So the rise of digital communities has given birth to a new kind of activism. Transparency has become the foundation of modern trust. Old people organizations that refuse to adapt will eventually fade away. So the innovation now comes from the crowd and collaboration, not just boardrooms. A single idea shared online can spark global transformation. Every person with a smartphone holds the potential to lead change. Influence is no longer top-down. It is spread through networks of belief and emotion. So the leadership is in the new power era, means being a connector, not a commander. Empathy and authenticity build stronger movement than authority ever could. The most successful brands today invite people to be part of their story. Community is the new capital. The more you share, the more valuable it becomes. The power of the crowd can heal societies or divide them depending on how it's guided. The responsibility of leaders is to channel collective energy towards positive goals. The new power rewards generosity, creativity, and openness. The age of gatekeepers is over. Now everyone can contribute to shaping the future. The true test of leadership is whether you influence grow when you step back. So the technology gives us tools, but it's humanity that gives us the meaning. Power is evolving from possession to participation for me to be. The future belongs to those who use power to empower others. So I think that the moral of the talk is the true power today lies in mobilizing people, not controlling them. The world belongs to those who can inspire participation and trust. Leadership means releasing energy, not hoarding authority. Collaboration, transparency, and authenticity define success in the new age. The future will favor those who use power to empower others. So Jeremiah Heimans urged us to rethink power not as something we hold, but as something we share. By harnessing the collective potential of connected communities, we can build a more inclusive, creative, and a better world. The power is shifting from the few of many. In the new world, leaders don't hold power; they enlist it. This is the uh, Tedxtalk of Jeremiah Heimans. I hope you like my review. So thank you so much for your time, and we will meet in next conversation with new topics. So until take care, Allah Hafiz.